Good morning, Year 11 Advanced. Welcome to Term 2. This is just a little screencastify which you'll, as usual, have each week that just outlines the work. And this one's going to have a little bit more specific just around some of the things that might be a little bit different to the end of last term in terms of how we're going to continue with our lessons. So now you should be able to jump into the unit of work, which is called Year 11 English Advanced 2020 Module A. And this is where we will be doing our work on narrative that shape our world, and particularly looking at A Brave New World, which I hope you've enjoyed reading. Okay, so the first part, I'm going to take you through the flow of the document, of the Hapara space first, and then go into the week of work. So at the top here, I'm going to try and keep this for, generalized things that we might want to be coming back to at all times. Now, there are some things on here that you won't see yet or ever, so just ignore those sections. Obviously, things like the teacher resources, that's for me in terms of a marking guideline and things like that, so that's not relevant to you. Firstly, you've got the library here, and this just essentially gives you a whole range of different texts that could be interesting because we're going to look at related texts in this unit. And then there's a link here to the Wheelers library, which will be very useful for you. Now, in this line here, in the resources line, you'll see things put in there that you might want to go back to. If there's a particular resource that we've been looking at that may be something overall around narrative structure or something like that that I think could be relevant all the time, I'll pop it into there. In this section 2 is where I'll put any information on Zoom timetables, stuff like that, moving forward. On that, the aim for us is that we'll actually try and Zoom, in theory, if technology works, at the beginning of every single one of our lessons scheduled. Okay, so it'll be a 5-minute touch base. Is everyone here? Any questions? Is there anything that we're not sure of? Maybe we'll have a quick discussion, and then I'll let you jump into the work, and then we can collaborate and email and comment on docs and do all that sort of stuff from there. But I've also designated 3 particular classes over the fortnight cycle where I will jump on Zoom and we will run the class with Zoom for an extended period of time. Now, that might not still be the hour and 15. Sometimes it will, sometimes it might not be either. Okay, but it is a time where I will stay on Zoom. You could jump in and out of the Zoom and ask questions, and I'll remain on it during that time. So you'll see here in this timetable that I've put up, day 3, so that's on Wednesday, 1:15 to 2:30 will be an extended, and day 5, 11:30 to 12:45, and then the following week, day 7, 9:45 to 11. So they're the 3 extended versions. The expectation would be, though, that I should be able to connect in with you at the beginning of each of those on Zoom, and I will send out the appropriate information for you in terms of Zoom links and all that sort of stuff sometime during today. So by the time you're watching this, no doubt, you'll already have that information. So this might actually take 2 screencastifies. So we'll see how we go. Workflow doc. So we'll continue to have one of those, and that's all set up for you. Now, I've kept the timetable at the top of this as well so that you can just jump into that. Okay, and then you've got date, the activities that I'll put in there. I'll pop in my name, or if perhaps I'm unwell or away, whoever it is that's supporting you in that lesson, and then you sign on here. Okay, I haven't put in a set of questions in there. I might actually just put that down here so that it's just in one spot that you may ask questions. I do like the idea too that if you are stuck on a particular thing in your work, that you comment on your doc so that I can go into that for you. I want to go through what it says up here. So, tagging me in questions using comments. Align your comments with a specific activity that you're asking about. That's the best way for me to really clearly see what you're doing and what you're struggling with. You can ask for specific questions on your personal docs. You can follow up. So I will follow up if you are not signing in or attending Zoom. So first instance, I'll email you, and if it's something that's happening sort of 2, 3 times, I will be in contact with home regarding what's going on. And that goes to with if the work isn't getting done.